On behalf of Superintendent Dr. Jim Rollins, Athletics Director Wayne Stellick, Principal Jason Jones, the staff, the students, and the alumni of Springdale High School, it's our pleasure to welcome you to this presentation of the Bulldogs Sports Network. Hi again, everybody. Zach Arns, the voice of the Bulldogs, joining you from Rogers, Arkansas, and Rogers Heritage High School, Gate Stadium on the campus of Rogers Heritage for tonight's 7A West Conference opener between our Springdale Bulldogs and the Rogers Heritage War Eagles. Joining me, as he always does from the broadcast position, this is my good friend, Coach Robert Johnson. Coach, it's been a couple weeks. The Dogs have had a couple of injuries, guys getting healthy, and now an opportunity to open up conference play. I know every time you open up conference play, it's a big game.
It is always a big game, and this year with the 0 week, we've had actually a chance, like you said, to get some guys healthy, so that's been real good for this high school team.
The Dogs come in with a 2-1 mark. They are coming off a win over Alma, 28-13. They finished non-conference play 2-1, and I think all systems are go here for Coach Clark and this offense, which has suddenly found a rhythm here the last couple of weeks.
Right, and that's been really, really good for our kids because we talked about how young they were, so confidence was going to be big for them. So anytime we can get that confidence level back up where it needs to be, it's going to be really big for our program.
Captains are coming out onto the field here, and we're just about ready. We're about 7 minutes from the start of play tonight. The Dogs, again, 2-1. This Heritage team has struggled. They are 0-3 in conference play, non-conference play. They've scored just 14 points all season. They have been knocked around, and Springdale's looking to continue that.
Exactly. And I think, anytime you get a new head coach, they're looking for things. They're searching. They didn't do a whole lot during the summer. You didn't see them at team camps. You didn't see them at 7-on-7s. They worked on some skill works from what their coach was saying. So, I think this coach is trying to maybe start some things new and fresh with this team coming out of state. So you're never really sure what to expect.
Yeah, Coach Hookman coached 10 years in Tennessee, got a state runner-up 2 years ago, came here. He's an Arkadelphia native, so he's somewhat back home here in Arkansas, but taking over this Heritage program, 2 winning seasons since 2009, that's a big task.
It's a big task, and, here in the 7A West, it's even a much bigger task. And I think he's starting to see that just in the few weeks that he's been here.
About 6.5 minutes to go. Captains for Heritage have made their way onto the field. Springdale's captains. Now, this is one of the more unique setups for high school football. Springdale's locker room is like a mile and a half away from the field. They are way off the field. It's a bit of a walk. They're off and to our left, about 100 yards. So it's going to take a couple minutes to kind of get this going. A couple of quick notes. The Dogs, under Zach Clark, 4-0 against this Heritage bunch. They've won each game by an average of 17.5 points. Last year, Heritage gets up 15 or 14-0, and Springdale comes roaring back and winds up blowing them out. But it's been a tight series. Heritage has played well in the couple of games against the Dogs. I don't expect anything different tonight. I mean, this is a game I think Heritage thinks they can get.
Exactly. And this is another team, too. Like you said, it's a game they think they can get. But at the same time, you don't want to give a team like this even an opportunity to think they're even in the ball game.
It's going to be fun tonight. Glad you're with us here on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Got our BSN crew all together for the conference opener. A lot of big games around the 7A. And, as we had the week off last week and we had a chance to sort of watch everybody else, there were some interesting outcomes. I think the one that caught my attention was Parkview beating a Rogers team that I thought was kind of the dark horse to jump into that number 4 spot. But they pounded Rogers last week, scoring 84 points.
Exactly. I think after Parkview played our team, I think they realized some things they probably should have done toward the end of the game that they didn't do against us. It was a learning experience for them, and they took advantage of it the next time when they got Rogers.
Yeah, another big game is Bentonville West and Fayetteville. That game's going to be taking place in Centerton, and then the game with our friends from across town at HAR-BER. They've got Bentonville in town.
Right.
Bentonville, the preseason choice to win the conference.
Right, and I think it's their homecoming as well.
It is.
So that's a big game even with them. Of course, a lot of distraction being homecoming. And then you got to turn around and you got to play Bentonville.
Yeah,
it's going to be a challenge.
That's an interesting sort of a scheduling thing here. And I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the 7A is probably maybe a notch down from where it's been the past couple of years. I think there are a couple teams that figure or think they can get into the top half, including the Springdale bunch that likes their chances pretty much against anybody. But there's a lot of flux in the conference. Right. That I think we know Bentonville's good. I think we know Bentonville West is good. I think we know Fayetteville's good. But past that, I'm not real sure what everybody thinks.
I think anything past that, I think it's open for anybody that starts playing well as a team and get the ball to bounce the way that you need it to bounce and just take it from there.
Springdale is gathering on the far side, and as Springdale comes, they've sent their captains out. We'll get the names and numbers for those. Looks like Brandon Henry, looks like Braden Elliott. I believe it's Brendel Cook, and I don't know who. Come on, turn, young man.
59.
We'll get his name here in a second. My roster disappeared down the end of the hallway, but we'll get that pulled up here in a second. Captain's going to midfield for the coin toss. 3.5 minutes or so here. Let's talk about this. You're coming off the bye week. You've got some injuries. We'll talk about those as we go along. We got some news today that Gilberto Dominguez not going to play tonight, may be done for the season. We saw him go out against Alma. That's a big blow, but in football vernacular, it's next man up.
That's right. And that's exactly what we were going to talk about. It's got to be next man up. Unfortunately, sometimes when you have programs like we've got, or teams like we've got now that are so young, the next man up is a guy that probably doesn't have a lot of experience, and we've talked about a lot of first.
Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, Springdale's playing a lot of guys that don't have a lot of experience anyway. So like you've said before, sometimes you're just too young to know.
Right, and sometimes that's a good thing.
It can be a very, very good thing. You don't know what you're capable of, and you just go out and you play loose and free and do all that sort of stuff. So a couple of lineup changes just to make you aware of. Darryl Parchman's going to start at the running back spot, and with Gilberto's injury, Chase Jones has moved into the backup running back spot. Don't expect to see him a lot, but right. Coach Clark said you could see him in some short yardage.
Right, and he's a kid that's played that position before, so he's a guy that knows what to do. He's been in the program, been in the system, and he's a kid that stepped up defensively for us and really done a good job for us.
It looks like Springdale's won the toss. They have won the toss. I expect them to defer. So Rogers Heritage will get the football first, and we've gone almost 8 minutes here without talking about the 7A West's best receiver, the guy leading the world in receptions and receiving yards, Ladarius Wansley.
Yes, and I expect it's not going to change any tonight either. I would think that they're going to try to make that happen probably as soon as they can.
Coach was telling me during the week that they've sort of got a pretty good beat on what Rogers Heritage does, especially defensively. Figures that they may be able to attack it. We're going to see some stuff that Springdale hasn't run yet, because Heritage they played they're a bend but don't break defense. Right. They want to keep a lot of things in front of them, but I think Springdale's looking to take some shots early, especially to Ladarius.
Right, and by doing that, it's going to help open up some other things that might help us later on, even in the run game, and just to make us more balanced as an offense.
So while we wait for the teams to come onto the field, just a chance to remind you, Springdale 2-1, lost to Joe T. Robinson in their opener, beat Parkview 24-21, then beat Alma 2 weeks ago 28-13 in a game that Connor Hutchins dominated. 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, and I think his progression, the more he progresses, that offense is going to start to take off.
No doubt, and that just in the games, and even back to that chances there to put some points. We left some points off the board there, and we know that.
So both teams coming on to the field. We're just about set for football. One guy that we failed to mention is back from injury. That's Jordan Owens. He is a 6'6" target. We've talked a lot about him, especially down in the red zone, being somebody that Springdale can use to their advantage. Yes. He's back tonight. What's he bring to the offense?
Well, I think he brings a big dimension to the offense, because now you've got to account for a guy that's not only a good tight end, but he's 6'6", and a kid that obviously Connor can get the ball to.
So Springdale's going to send out the kick team. Chucho Oropeza is going to kick it off. Springdale, again, winning the toss. They have chosen to defer this Heritage offense. They run a spread. It's a traditional spread look, but, boy, they have really struggled, again, just scoring 14 points. Not a lot of experience back, and like you mentioned, spent a lot of time during the summer. They didn't go to 7-on-7s. They spent a lot of time just basically working on themselves.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, and anytime you get a new coach, you come in and you change the offense that they did with the spread, you've got to have a certain personnel to really run a true spread offense, and they may be trying to find those pieces to fit.
Eli Craig is number 22. He's going to drop back deep for Heritage along with Ethan Ferris. A lot of young guys on this Heritage bunch. Ferris, a sophomore. Craig, a sophomore. We're going to say that a lot tonight about this Heritage bunch. And we are set for 7A West football. The conference opener is underway as Oropeza high end over end. Ball's going to carry into the end zone. He fumbles it, and they're going to say he was in the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. And that is how we will start the football game. So Springdale will send out the defense. Some changes So we apologize for the technical difficulty. Heritage has run 2 plays, gained 5 yards. The last one, a 2-yard run by Ethan Ferris up to the 25-yard line. It's 3rd down, 5 yards to go. They've been going almost exclusively in this drive with this heavy package.
Right.
2 tight ends set. Flores and Frick are the tight ends. This is Jeb Brown, straight drop, under pressure, being chased. And now Springdale's going to run him out of bounds.
Great job. Great job right there. You know, that was one of those coverage sacks there. You know, secondary did a great job. Quarterback didn't have anything to do but just run, and he was already getting chased as he was.
It's going to wind up being a 3-yard loss. Springdale going to get the football back. Ferris back in punt formation, back deep for the Bulldogs. Ricky Monafor. Gabe Bukow playing the short safety.
Right. That actually kind of paid off for us a little bit last time. He kind of muffed the punt a little bit.
New punter in the game. They did this last week. Reed, the linebacker, is checked into punt. This one high and long, but Ricky calls for the fair catch at the 50, and that's where Springdale will take over. So Bulldogs again with great field position. Ricky calls for the fair catch. Bulldogs starting once again nearly in Heritage territory.
Other than the kickoff, they've been on their side of the field the whole game.
Springdale off to a fast start offensively. Connor Hutchins 4 for 4, 110 yards. Ladarius 2 catches, 68 yards. And the Bulldogs have scored on both drives here in the first quarter and looking for a third. 4:33 to go first quarter. Bulldogs with the football. Ball resting right at the 50-yard line. Here comes Darrell. Darrell Parchment across the 50, trying to bounce it outside. Finds a little bit of room. He's going to wind up picking up about 5 yards, runs out of bounds on the far side. So Springdale with their most successful running play gets down to the 45 of Heritage to bring up 2nd down 5.
That was a good job by Darrell, just finding a crease and then bouncing it to the outside. I'm not sure it was designed, but he did a good job finding just some open space there.
So it's 2nd down, 5 yards to go, ball at the 45. Clock stopped with 4:23 to go. 3 wide receivers set. Jordan Owens, the tight end. Connor with the play fake, looking for Ladarius. He's wide open. Ladarius at the 26, looking for daylight inside the 20. Ladarius still going down near the 10-yard line. And
good job.
I'm sensing a theme here. It may be a Ladarius Wansley night.
Again, you know, with that cover 3, he just hit him in the seam, and that's what we kind of talked about. Those seams are going to be wide open, and Connor did a great job just getting it to him.
Big play, big gainer on the play. Bulldogs inside the Storms Orthodontics red zone down at the 17-yard line. Or check that, the 12-yard line. Cheated Ladarius out of 5 yards there. It's Jordan Owens in motion. Connor Hutchins in the shotgun. Gives to Darrell Parchment on the counter. We've got whistles. Looks like
illegal procedure. Looks like we moved a little early.
So that'll back the Bulldogs up 5 yards. It's their first penalty of the night. Now they'll go back to the 17.
There you go.
See, I knew it would work out in the end. Ladarius off to a very, very fast start. 3 catches, 101 yards. And we're in the first quarter.
Right.
I don't know what the receiving yards total or receiving record is for a game, but this keeps up. Here's Dave on, and we've got flags again.
I think they're calling that on our running back. I think took off early a little bit.
Another false start against Springdale.
The hard thing is, and even for the officials, when it's a shotgun and we take off, you really can't see the football. So it looks like they're actually taking off early, but they're really not. It's really hard to kind of see that.
So they'll get backed up to the 22-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 20. Ball at the 22. So Springdale can get a 1st down at the 2-yard line, and Connor barking out signals, tries to draw him off sides. Now checks the sidelines, looking for help. 13 seconds on the play clock. 4 wide receiver set. They've still got Ladarius manned up. I don't get it, but now we've got a bad snap. Connor nearly finds Ladarius on a play that sort of got away from him.
That didn't start off very good at all. The snap was high, went over his head. At least he did kind of gather himself, pick the ball up, and instead of creating a bigger loss, at least kind of got it away.
So 3 straight snaps have not gone the Dogs' way. 2nd down 20, 3:26 to go in the quarter. Dogs lead 14-7. Connor in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Here's Connor. Got the screen set up if he wants it. Ladarius nearly drops it, picks it up, and they're going to drag him down very close to the 16-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, he kind of bobbled the ball. If he catches it on the first catch, he's still probably running. That bobble really cost
So they
him.
mark him at the 16. It's 3rd down and 14. Again, Springdale can get the 1st down. This has got to be a ball into the end zone, I would think.
It's going to be close, and like I said, they haven't adjusted their defense
at all.
I can see us going, to doubles. There it is right there, and something in the seam. You got a tight end that's 6'6". I'm not so sure they don't look for that.
So 3rd down, Connor going to throw. He's facing the blitz. He's got Ladarius at the goal line. Touchdown, Springdale. I mean, that's too easy.
Great job. Well, here's what they did. They ran the inside receivers, ran speed outs, caught the attention of the eyes, and as soon as they did, the outside receivers ran the little quick slants inside, just a little glance route, and wide open in the seam again.
So Chucho's going to come on to try the extra point. 2:43 to go in the quarter. Dogs now lead by 13, looking to make it 14. And we've got whistles. Springdale jumped again.
Well, we've got to just straighten up some of these little mishaps up front, just kind of polish that up. And
it's going to back Springdale up 5 yards. Orpeza will try it again. Dogs lead 20-7 on the touchdown from Ladarius, or to Ladarius Wansley. Connor now 7 of 8, 165 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
And the one incomplete's the one off the high snap.
Yep, and it was nearly caught.
Yeah.
And it's been a fast start for this offense. Springdale's defense seems to have gotten a hold of things. So Orpeza will now try the extra point. Snaps down, kicks on the way, and it's good. So with 2:43 to go in the first quarter, our new score, Springdale 21, Rogers Heritage 7. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
2:43 to go in the first quarter. Springdale leads 21-7. Springdale's got it teed up. Orpeza set to try kick off. He's got 3 touchbacks and 3 kicks.
Well, he's had a great job. He's kicked the ball
make
really
that number
well.
4.
Wow.
He hammers that one back through the back of the end zone, and he's going to be tired.
I'll tell you what. But I can tell you that, like I said, when as a coach, if a kid can put it a touchback like that, that's great. Great job by the kicker.
So 1st down and 10.
In the first quarter, we got Bentonville ahead of HAR-BER 7-0.
Early first quarter score. That's a big one in the 7A West. They all are. So Jeb Brown will bring out the offense. J.J. Webb, the run back. They'll try the jet sweep. This is Ferris. He'll cut back across the 25. Might have picked it up about 6 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Ethan Ferris, just a sophomore for these War Eagles.
Right.
A lot of youth on this team, and you expect with a new coaching staff, that'd probably be the way they want to go.
Yeah. And again, they're trying to find some identities here. They're trying to put some pieces of the puzzle together. So each game's a new way to do that.
2nd down, 4 yards to go. And we've got
There's
movement.
that shift.
Yep, there it is, the stem. So Springdale returns the favor a little bit. That's going to go on Heritage. It'll back them up back to the 21. And, we talked about it a lot with Elma 2 weeks ago. I mean, this isn't a team that wants to keep, get behind the sticks at all.
No, you don't want to be behind the sticks. And, after a gainer of about 8 like that, Coach Hobbs does a good job putting the shift in, just making them have to move. Great job there.
So the false start works against Heritage. They'll back up to the, we'll call it the 22-yard line. Heritage fans getting a little grumpy, asking the umps to call it both ways. Always fun when we come up here.
Like I said, defensively, we've kind of settled back in where we need to be, and our defense is going to be okay.
Brown in the shotgun. He's got J.J. Webb alongside. 3 wide receivers set. Brown looking to throw, getting chased down. Guess who? Andre Sparks again.
Wow.
I mean, he was untouched.
Yes.
Jeff Brown's going to have nightmares watching Andre Sparks come off the corner. Ball's going to go back to the 16. It's going to wind up being about a 6-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down and long.
If they continue to do that with Sparks untouched like that, the quarterback probably going to need to get it away in about a second and a half.
So we've got a timeout, 1:57 to go in the quarter. We're going to be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Welcome home to Lindsay Living. Affordable rates, available on-site management, attitudes of service, and amenities unmatched make residents love where they live and play. From value-packed basic apartments to resort-style living on golf courses, we manage options to fit your needs and wants. Apply online at lindsaymanagement.com for locations throughout Arkansas and in surrounding states.
1:57 to go in a very long first quarter. Springdale leads 21-7. Springdale, in their first 3 games, had only scored 3 points in the first quarter. Well,
right.
we can throw that out the window.
Yep, we definitely got that score moved up a little bit there.
3rd down, we'll call it 14. Heritage 0 for 2 on 3rd downs to this point in the quarter. Jeb Brown, the quarterback. J.J. Webb alongside. 3 wide receivers set. Here's Brown trying to throw. He's got time. He's got Frick at the 25. And he's going to be dragged down. It's going to be short of the first down. Terry Wise on the tackle. Good play there by Terry, not giving up on it. Frick's a big guy.
Yeah, he is. I think they've got him listed at about 220 pounds.
So the ball goes out to the 27. That's going to bring up 4th down, and we've got another timeout. This one on by Springdale. Colby will hold it here. 1:48 to go in the quarter. Springdale leads by 14, 21-7. It feels like we're watching a game with a team that came off a bye, and all of a sudden Springdale kicked it into gear,
exactly.
and it's been the Connor Hutchins to Ladarius Wansley show.
Exactly. And like I said, coming off that bye, catching up to the speed of the game again after that week off, and as soon as they did that, they've kind of settled down, they've kind of gotten their groove, and they've done exactly what they need to do.
I'm going to be real interested here. It's going to be 4th down and 3, ball at the 27. Coach Hobbs is sending out the defense.
Yeah, just they may come out and try to draw you offside real quick.
I think that's what Coach was telling them.
Yeah, just watch the ball key every time up front. You just want a ball key, try to draw you offsides. And, too, with the situation where they're at, they may go for it.
Heritage sends the offense out. It's Brown and Webb in the backfield. 3 wide receivers set. Flores or Frick is the tight end. Here we go. Springdale stems a little bit. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try and draw Springdale off. Springdale didn't take the bait. And now the play clock down to 13. Now they're going to try it again. Springdale doesn't bite again, and Heritage is going to call a timeout and wind up kicking the football. I mean, for Coach Hookfin, he didn't waste a timeout. Springdale called the timeout, so,
right.
I mean, you might as well give it a shot. But it feels like, those timeouts could be valuable at the end of the half.
Yeah, you kind of figured that's what was going to happen. You saw, Springdale defense went with their shift to try to get them to maybe jump. So that was kind of one of those. That was a standoff, coach to coach, and we'll definitely take the standoff. We kind of outstanded them, I guess.
Springdale with 165 yards through the air. Connor 7 of 8 for 165. 123 of that's gone to Ladarius Wansley. He has been on fire. He's got 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Right.
And the quarter ain't over yet.
No, and the thing is, if they stay in cover 3, those seams are going to continue to stay open, and those passes are going to be there all night.
Reed back in punt formation. This one's off the side of his foot and will knuckle out of bounds near the 50. Springdale once again going to start with great field position. Looks like they're going to mark this at the
50.
right at the 50. So Springdale will once again start at the 50-yard line, and Springdale's rolled up a bunch of yards here in the first half, in the first quarter. I mean, 175 yards in the quarter.
Right. You know, and I would expect something right here as well.
And take a shot here. Ladarius, he's to the top of the screen. 3 wide receiver set, 1 tight end. That's Jordan Owens. He's at the bottom. Parchman's the running back. Connor Hutchins, he's the quarterback. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball's actually resting at the 49. It's actually in Heritage territory.
You know, the last 3 possessions, I think, 48, the 50, and the 49. Is that right?
Yeah. Once they sort of wrestled control of this thing, they've dominated play since, and they're looking for more. So Connor, 1st and 10. Now we've got a conference going on the far side.
I think they're maybe looking at the clock. Maybe some time ran off. I'm not real sure. They were asking about that, so I think Coach Clark was asking about the clock, trying to get them maybe put some time back on the clock.
The White Hat's talking. He's talked to both head coaches, and they're pointing at the clock. So, and then we wait. It looks like they're going to signal up here. We're sitting 2 down from the control center. I don't see a whole lot of movement going on over there.
Looked like he said something to the head coach there. He's trying to get a time put on there.
And they're standing here at the 50-yard line, and there's not much there's not much you can say or do. You're just kind of waiting for them to. They just put 22 seconds back on the clock. It's now 1:39 to go in the quarter. So again, 3 wide receivers set, and they're outmanned out there.
Yeah, you know they're going to stay in that coverage just like we talked about.
Connor, good protection. Look at the throw. We've got a penalty down. He hits Jordan Owens across the middle. I think they're going to get a hold here.
Yeah, it looks like that's where that flag's at. And anytime you get the umpire to throw, that's usually what it is.
That was that verticals look with the tight end coming under.
Exactly. You got the tight end blocked for a second, then come back underneath. Yeah, holding on us.
So that'll back Springdale up 10. Again, Springdale 12 plays in the first quarter, 175 yards, 165 of that's through the air.
Now notice you got 5 going with Ladarius every time this time.
They're finally going to make an adjustment here. This is a big one. This is a holding in the backfield. They're going to back him up all the way to the 36.
Wow.
So it's going to bring up 1st down 25. 1:31 to go in the quarter. Connor in the shotgun. 4-man rush. Good protection. Plenty of time. Slings it out on the far side. Finds Davon at the 40. It's going to wind up being about a 4-yard pickup. It'll bring up 2nd down.
That one kind of came out a little funny. Looked like he didn't really get a good release on the football. If he catches it a little bit cleaner, maybe he can turn upfield and get some more yardage.
So it'll be 2nd down, 22 yards to go. The line to make is the 39 of Heritage.
Again, I think
Connor.
you're looking for maybe half of it back here.
Gonna float it down the middle looking for Jordan Owens, and boy, that was dangerous. That one almost intercepted. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
You know, that's one of those where you try to get the attention of the safety. They will the back around outside the tight end, and whichever one takes the bait.
Jordan was open.
Yeah, he was. He just kind of left too much air under that one. Yeah.
So it's 3rd down, 22.
Looks like they're using a field corner and a coverage corner.
So Connor in the shotgun takes a snap, pressure coming. They're going to set up the screen. This is Michael Bates across the 40, the 45. He's going to get back to about the 46-yard line, and that's it. And Heritage is going to force the 3 and out.
Boy, the hold, anytime you get behind those sticks, it's tough.
So Oropesa will come out and try his first punt of the ball game. So we go under a minute to go in the first quarter, a very long first quarter.
Yeah, it has been.
not a lot of running so far.
No. And that's something we kind of got to – it was almost like we were just kind of getting into some different formations and maybe see what they kind of line up in for some adjustments later on.
So here's the punt. Oropeza, end over end. It's going to bounce at the 20. It's going to take a good Springdale roll. It's going to roll dead at the 10-yard line. So that's that's exactly what you want. Down it at the 10-yard line, make them go the field.
You bet. Good job there. You know, especially with our defense, the way we've kind of picked it up, we've kind of closed the gaps off. We've kind of squeezed their offense down, and their offense is kind of searching right now.
So Chucho with a 44-yard effort. Ball resting at the 10-yard line. We've got 22 seconds to go in the quarter. Springdale leads 21-7. Springdale defense gave up an 80-yard drive on 4 plays on the opening drive.
Right.
Since then, not a whole lot.
No.
Heritage has gained 10 yards of total offense since. Jeb Brown, the quarterback. J.J. Webb, the running back. They're going to try the jet sweep. This is Ferris. He's got a lane, and he is out and open. He's at the 30, the 40, and this is Ethan Ferris into Bulldog territory out at the 39-yard line. So they get themselves out of trouble in a hurry.
Yep, they did. That was one of those, just a jet sweep. They gave him – he got a crease and took advantage of it.
Springdale's going to have to do something with the running game of the Heritage War Eagles. 12 carries so far in the ballgame, 127 yards.
Right.
That is very un-Springdale-like.
Well, and that's an adjustment that'll be made pretty quickly, I'm sure. I know Coach Hobbs will get that fixed really quick.
So first down 10, ball at the 39-yard line. Brown hands to Webb straight ahead. Another big hole inside the 30, still going inside the 20, and he's going to be dragged down inside the 15-yard line.
Boy, he did a good job there. Just a good, strong running right there by the back.
We're going to mark him down at the 14, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So our score, after 1, Springdale 21, Heritage 7. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
Come see the largest pre-owned inventory in Northwest Arkansas.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it in McClarty Daniel Country. With 800 pre-owned vehicles at 6 giant locations in Bentonville and Springdale, there's something for everyone. Plus,
At McClarty Daniel, you're protected.
drive worry-free for 7 years or 200,000 miles with the MD Pre-Owned Advantage. And when it's time to sell your car, we're ready to buy it, even if you don't buy from us. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country yet?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
As we start the second quarter, Heritage has the football on the 18-yard line. It is first down 10. Springdale has had some issues controlling this Heritage ground game.
Yeah, it's almost like, they kind of got a little lax, got up 21-7 and just got to respond here.
This is Brown on the quarterback option. He's going to get maybe 2 out of that, down to about the 16. Springdale there to wrap him up.
I think it looked like Isai may have been the first one there.
Yeah, Ricky came away with the football.
Right.
Ref says no dice, so it'll bring up second down.
Going to be a long 8.
Just underway here, second quarter. Springdale leads by 14. Jeb Brown, the quarterback. J.J. Webb alongside. He's the running back. He's hit Springdale with a couple of long runs. This is Ferris. They're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. He's going to get inside the 10-yard line, and it's going to bring up third down, and we're going to call it 4. He gets down to about the 8.
Right. Again, there's your little jet sweep. Sparks cut him off on the outside. He just took a crease inside there. We've got to do a good job of really flattening down the line with our linemen.
So it's going to be third down, 4, ball at the 8.
We need a big third down stop right here. This would be really important.
Clock running, 10:51 to go. Same formation, 3 wide receivers. J.J. Webb is the running back. They give it to him straight ahead, and he is going to come up short of the first down, maybe a pickup of 2.
Right.
I've got to imagine that they're probably going to pass on the field goal and look to score.
Yeah, and they've run that same thing. That time they ran the jet motion and just gave it to the back underneath. It looks like they're switching out, going to the tight end package. Frick looks like he's coming in, taking J.J. out. So, a little different package right here. So,
all right, so it's 4th down. We'll call it 2.5. They've got the ball marked in between the 6 and the 7-yard line. The line to make is the 4. As Coach mentioned, big, heavy set. Ferris is the running back, and now we're going to get whistles, and it looks like a timeout, Springdale. So we'll take the timeout with them. Exactly 10 minutes to go in the half. You're watching Springdale Bulldog football on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Welcome to McClarty-Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty-Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty-Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty-Daniel Country?
Visit us online at mcclartydaniel.com.
Welcome back to Gates Stadium, the campus of Rogers Heritage High School. You've got a couple of scores out of the 7A West.
yeah, Fayetteville, Bentonville West tied 7-7, and Bentonville over Har-BER 10-7 right now.
Good games going on in the 7A West. We got a good one right here. 21-7 our score. It's 4th down, 2 yards to go. Ball resting just about the 6-yard line. The line to make is the 4. Heavy set for the Heritage War Eagles. Jeb Brown, the quarterback. Ethan Ferris, the running back. Brown on the roll. He's got a guy open. Hits Frick at the 5, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Heritage.
Yeah, that's one of those plays there. You tight end, you block a little bit, 1,001, 1,002, and then just release him out in the open. And they got us looking in the backfield a little bit.
So a 6-yard touchdown pass from Jeb Brown to Noah Frick cuts the Springdale lead to 8. Baxley on to try the extra point. Kicks on the way, and it's good. So our new score with 9:53 to go in the first half. Springdale 21, Heritage 14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture. If you're looking for new furniture, we have over 170,000 square feet selection at everyday low prices and same-day delivery available. But the best part is that we love to serve our community. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many amazing organizations that we have been blessed to partner with. Serving others, especially those in need, is our culture here, and we hope that you'll be a part of that too. Arkansas's largest furniture destination, get it at Sam's.
9:53 to go in the half. 21-14 our score. The Heritage scoring drive brought to you by Legacy Bank. 6 plays, 90 yards. Ends with a Jeb Brown to Frick touchdown pass, and Springdale's lead been cut to 7.
Yeah, and that's one of those things. Like I said, I think we got a little complacent defensively early. A couple of big runs and put them down on the other end of the field real quick.
Baxley's kick is short. It's going to be taken by Ladarius at the 10. Ladarius, look for a hole. Across the 20, across the 30. And he's going to be knocked down. I checked that. That was Brindle Cook.
I think looked like Brindle.
Springdale going to start with pretty good field position out across the 30-yard line. And this is one of those answer drives.
Right, exactly. You got to respond right here on offense. You got to respond. And I think one way we're going to do that was number 21.
Ladarius has had quite the first half. 5 catches, 123 yards. So Springdale will start with the football. They're going to try a running play off the left side. That's going to go nowhere.
They did a good job defensively getting to the football. Again, I think that's one of those plays they might be looking to set up something later on just to kind of keep the defense honest. Look for them to come right back here. Try to maybe hit a seam right here. You got trips to the right.
2nd down. We'll call it 12. Springdale has not been able to run the football at all. Connor swings it out. Parchman drops it, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and long. So this Heritage defense has suddenly become very obstinate
Well, again, we talked about this earlier in the game. If you give a team like this a chance and give them some motivation, boy, they can hang around and stay with you a while. We gotta nip this in the bud quickly.
So third down, 12 yards to go, 9:08 to go, first half. Connor will throw. Gonna fire it long. He's got Ladarius there. Oh,
Wow.
my goodness. Ladarius Wansley with a one-handed catch at the 36-yard line of Heritage.
That was pretty amazing for a high school kid right there. I'm just telling you, that was pretty good.
That's our what a burger, what a catch. And it looks like we've got a timeout, Heritage.
Wow.
9:01 to go in the half. 21-14 our score. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
The absolute best value around. Call Absolute Heat and Air or visit us online.
9:01 to go in the half. 21-14 our score. We've seen one of the most incredible high school football catches I've ever seen.
Wow.
Ladarius Wansley, left-handed,
Yes.
snags a ball from Connor Hutchins, kind of gets Springdale out of trouble, and it's first down 10, ball at the 36.
Wow, that was amazing. Great job right there. Great concentration.
Two running back set. That's Daryl Parchman in motion. Connor. He's got Michael Bates, high and long, and incomplete.
Well, that's the little high there. It kind of floated when he released the ball. It kind of floated on him right there.
So it'll bring up second down and 10. Ball at the 36, 8:53 to go in the half. Springdale leads by 7. It's Hutchins and Parchman in the backfield. Jordan Owens, the tight end. Davon Sparks, Michael Bates, Ladarius. Here's a pitch out to Parchman, trying to find some room across the 35-yard line, and he's going to be
shoestring tackle.
Yeah, he'll be knocked down at the 32. It's going to wind up being a 4-yard game. Not a lot of running room for Springdale. Kind of surprising.
Yeah, that was one of those plays. That's kind of, it's the new speed option version out of the spread there, and they're just looking for that end. Whatever the end does, if it comes to the quarterback, they pitch it. Goes to the end, he keeps it. So it's kind of a read.
They're playing a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, 8 guys, 9 guys near the line of scrimmage, trying to take away that running game.
Right.
Here comes Darrell on the counter. Across the 30, 25, high steps, inside the 20, still going, first down Bulldogs.
That's one of those when he knew the last time he got tackled by the shoestring, so he was going to make sure he got his knees up that time. Great job by Darrell.
The run's going to give him a first down. Ball's going to be placed at the 16. It's a 16-yard pickup, Springdale's longest run of the night. Connor with the play fake. Boy, he's got time, and now he's going to take off and run. Connor, get down. Not with your head.
Wow.
I know he'll be watching this later tonight. Connor, get down.
And I'm not sure. There might have been a little miscommunication there. He looked like he was trying to maybe throw to Ladarius out at the end, and Ladarius was blocking. So may have been a little miscommunication there.
Winds up being an 8-yard run.
But he made something positive happen.
Yeah, didn't throw the ball into traffic, made some yards, and it'll bring up second down 2. Ball at the 8. Springdale inside the Storms Orthodontics red zone. Here's Darrell. Exploding into the end zone, touchdown, Springdale. So the Dogs answer right back. Darrell Parchman from 8 yards, and they extend their lead to 13.
Well, that's the way you want Darrell to run right there. Hard, knees up, put his shoulder down, just ran hard. Great job.
So Oropeza will come in to try the extra point. The Dogs answer the touchdown drive from Heritage.
Well, I'll tell you something else too. You talked about having 7, 8 guys up in the box. Our line did a great job coming off the football right there.
I love seeing Darrell run downhill.
Yes.
So Chucho in to try the extra point. Snaps good, holds good, kicks on the way, and it's good. So our new score was 7:27 to go in the first half. Springdale 28, Heritage 14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
That's what we needed.
Hey, Zach,
Yes, sir.
are we doing commercials during halftime, or are you having some?
I've got somebody coming in. What we'll do is we'll bring him in with about 15, and we'll do probably 7 minutes with him, do commercials, then we'll come back with us.
Bentonville's up 17-7. Second quarter.
I shouldn't say that.
To always keep it Tyson.
7:27 to go in the first half. 28-14 our score. Oropeza has it teed up, back deep for Heritage. Eli Craig, Ethan Ferris. Chucho, on all of his kickoffs tonight, they have sailed out of the end zone.
Looks like we're kicking the other direction. We'll see what he does here.
Speaking of
course,
kicking,
looks like a different kicker. Who we got here?
Is that Mendoza? 98?
Yeah.
Yep. Mendoza's got it teed up. This feels like a pooch kick.
Well, they've got that open space in the middle.
He's going to hit what looks like one of my golf drives, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 22-yard line. So Heritage is going to get good field position.
Yeah. I'm not sure that's exactly where they wanted that to go, but I think they had the right idea. There wasn't anybody placed over there, and they were just trying to put it in the hole and try to run down there and maybe catch them off guard and get the ball.
All right, so the ball's going to come out to the 35-yard line. Heritage will start with very good field position. Last scoring drive, 6 plays, 90 yards. Their second touchdown of the night. Coaches at Heritage, I can see them down here. They're into this.
Yeah. They've had some success. I think not necessarily what they're doing, more or less what we haven't done.
Jet motion from Ethan Ferris. J.J. Webb's the running back. Jeb Brown the quarterback. This is Webb, and Springdale's got him hemmed in at the 35-yard line, still fighting, and he's going to wind up picking up about a yard.
Maybe, yeah. A lot better job there. That was a great job by the linebacker stepping up and filling the hole.
Yeah, I'd like to see him sort of going sideways.
Yes.
Versus,
well, and that's one of those where that window opens, and again, you teach those linebackers, open window, close it. And that was a great job by the linebacker closing that window.
Now 6 carries, 92 yards for Webb. Clock running, under 7 minutes to go. That's Ferris in motion. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep, looking for a hole, finds it, and then it's closed very quickly, just like you said.
Yep. Like I said, Sparks, he closes it off and makes him have to come back inside. And when your line flattens down the line, there's no place for him to go. Great job by the defense. Good adjustment.
Looked like he had more. They're going to wind up giving him a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 37. Line to make is the 45. Clock running, 6:20 to go in the half. Springdale by 14. He's Coach Robert Johnson. I'm Zach Arns. Glad you're with us here on the Bulldog Sports Network. 3 wide receiver set. Brown to throw. Fires, finds Craig at the 48, and he's going to fall down across the 50-yard line. First down, Heritage.
We were there in coverage. It's almost like we kind of got our feet tangled, slipped. They made a good throw and catch right there,
15-yard pickup will give Heritage the first down. Ball at the Springdale 48. Clock moving, 5:58 to go in the half. Springdale came in pass defense very, very good.
Right.
Just 108 yards per game through the first 3 games. Brown to throw again. Looking for Craig, nearly taken away and taken away. And they're going to say incomplete. I thought Brandon took that away from him. He did come away with it, but they're going to say he didn't hang on, and the pass will go incomplete. And it's going to bring up 2nd down.
It was almost like Brandon was just waiting for him to hey, go ahead and throw it.
Now you worry about the stop and go.
Stop and go. That's right. Double moves, and that's something that if our defensive backs will keep their eyes out of the backfield, stay with their guy, do their job, double moves don't matter.
So 2nd down, 10, ball at the 48. 3 wide receivers set, 1 tight end. This is Ethan Ferris. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep. Finds a hole across the 45, the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's going to be chased down. Springdale's going to finally corral him and knock him out of bounds inside the 15-yard line, but Springdale's got to get a handle on that jet sweep.
Again, that time we got us a flag across the field over there.
Well, let's see what that's about. That feels like blocking the back.
Over on that side, it could be that. It could be a sideline warning. I'm not sure, but it kind of looks like it may be a block in the back. Looks like they're pointing back.
Yeah, I think I see a signal, a holding signal from the white hat, the referee. We'll see what he comes out with. They're backing up, so I think it's going to be a first down, but it's going to be back across the 25-yard line. Yeah, it's a block holding on Heritage. So they're going to mark it back at the 36. It's going to be first down.
You know, they've had, like you said, the jet sweep's been their probably most successful, along with JJ coming right off the underneath. That's really kind of the only 2 plays they've run that's had success.
So it's first down 10, ball at the 36, which is better than the 13, which is where they would have had it. You know, they're not doing a lot via the formation. I mean, it's pretty much the same stuff. Here's J.J. Webb. They fake the jet sweep. He's not going to get much, maybe a yard out of that. Springdale stacks him up.
Yeah, like I said, you know, the jet sweep, handoff to Webb, and then the only thing off that's kind of the RPO off of that. So, again, they just want to get your eyes moving with that jet sweep across the field.
So they mark the ball at the 34, so they'll give him 2 on it. It's going to bring up second down 8, clock running, 5 minutes to go. Brown and Webb in the backfield, 3 wide receivers set. This is Ferris, and they'll give it to him on the jet sweep. Springdale's there, can't make the tackle. Now they're going to knock him down inside the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up third down.
You know, that's one of those plays. We had him right there at the line of scrimmage. You can't miss that tackle.
So they mark the ball just inside the 30.
Big play right here for the defense. Big third down.
So bring up third down and 3. On the night, Heritage just 1 out of 5 on third downs. The one that they converted was the last one.
Of course, where it's at now, if they don't get it here, it's a 4-down territory for them.
Unless they suffer, some sort of loss.
Right.
2 tight end sets, Flores and Frick. The running back, Ethan Ferris, and
There's your shift.
They get him to jump again.
Well, Coach Hobbs does a great job with that. Again, third and 4 now. It's 3rd and 9.
Yeah, a whole different ball game.
You bet. Changes the playbook right now. That's exactly right. Changes the playbook.
So 3rd down, 9, clock running, 4 minutes to go in the half. Springdale by 14. Brown will bring him out of the huddle. Springdale moving around. Finally gets themselves set. Here's Brown. They give it to Webb, and he's dragged down in the backfield. Andre Sparks is there, and that's going to wind up being a huge play.
You bet. That takes
now
him out. I think it puts him in the punt now.
I would think so. 4th down, and it's going to wind up being about 13.
You bet. I think, he sent, well.
Kind of a curious call.
Yeah, because they took Webb out of the game to do that. Wow.
They're going to mark him back at the 41, so it winds up being a 6-yard loss.
Looks like they're going to stay with their offense here. Again, I'd look for your motion across. They take the tight end back out. They're going to go with their quicker offense. Probably fake it to the back underneath and try to hit maybe 85, the other tight end, maybe down the middle and try to create something or even throw a screen to him possibly.
So 4th down. Brown to throw. Springdale applying pressure, and there he is again. Andre Sparks with yet another sack, his 3rd of the ball game. Springdale's going to get the football near midfield.
That's right. You mentioned the double move, and that's what they went with back here. Even though Sparks got us back here, they did go with the double moves over here, and that's what they were looking for.
He comes off the corner so fast.
You bet.
I mean, he did the little dip
right.
and got around the right tackle, and I mean, there's nothing you can do with him.
Right. And he's got a position. He knows his role, and he does a great job.
Well, the Springdale offense has an opportunity here to put themselves up by 21 before they go into the
change right here. I would expect something right here.
Here's Connor with the play fake, and he's
is.
got Ladarius wide open. Ladarius at the 20, 10-5, touchdown Springdale. Look, I'm not a coach, but you can't guard him man-to-man. You can't do it.
I think you got to put some type of bracket over that, and and I know you're in that bend, don't break, but I don't think you can press him. You try to keep it in front of you by all means, but if you're going to be in that bend, don't break mode, then back them up a little bit. Maybe put a bracket, take a linebacker out, put it over the top, take your safety
then the running game's
over
up
the
open.
top.
I mean, you're in a catch-22
right.
if you're Heritage.
But going into the game, 21 can play.
Oropez's kicks on the way and good. So with 2:48 to go in the half, Springdale now leads 35-14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Springdale strikes one play, 51 yards. Connor Hutchins to Ladarius Wansley. Ladarius on the night, 7 catches, 208, 3
Wow.
touchdowns.
You know, and like I said, we talked about it. That's one of those things where, as a coach, if you know 21 is going to get the ball, you try to take him out of the game and maybe let somebody else beat you. But you don't
Make him
let
play
21.
left-handed. That's the Belichick principle. We're not going to let you do what you do best.
Exactly. And they tend to not want to change it, and we're just going to take advantage of it.
So Mendoza's got it teed up. High kick, short.
There it is. There's that space
There
right
it is.
there.
And
There it
Springdale's
is.
going to get the football.
Oh.
Bukow comes away with it.
They can't advance it.
Yeah, they can't advance it, but Springdale's going to get the football at the 24-yard line.
Yep.
My goodness.
And that's that spot we were talking about. They tried that last time, and they just watched the ball.
That's a young team.
Yeah, you know that's one of those as a coach you're looking like, and you've kind of gone over after it 10 yards. You know it's a live football, and you just got to go get the football.
Well, Springdale now with a chance to really blow this thing open.
Yeah, this is a chance right here where if you put one in right here, you kind of.
Springdale can take their time here. 2:47 to go. Connor to throw. Little double move looking for Ladarius. Down the sidelines. Knocked away on the far side. Nice play. It's going to bring up second down.
Yeah. They got a hold, looks like. Or, not real sure. Personal
Jordan,
foul, yeah.
Yeah, they're pointing at
Roughing the passer.
Okay.
We'll take it. Maybe that's why that ball was a little underthrown.
So Springdale catches a break here. They're going to get the personal foul, roughing the passer call. That's going to put Springdale at we'll call it the 11-yard line. And now the Dogs, I mean, I know you maybe bleed the clock a little bit, but you might be able to get the ball back and score again.
Exactly.
Here's Parchman. Nope. Connor keeps it, finds Ladarius. Touchdown, Springdale. Again, single coverage.
Right. That's one of those RPOs. You fake the run. He looks inside, slant. And if you don't take that inside leverage away, you're going to have that every time.
Ladarius now 8 catches, 219, and 4 touchdowns.
Wow. With one remarkable catch.
Yeah, we're gonna replay that one a couple of times. Chucho in to try the extra point. Snaps down, kicks on the way, and it's good. So our new score with 2:37 to go in the first half. Springdale 42, Heritage 14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Welcome home to Lindsay Living. Affordable rates, available on-site management, attitudes of service, and amenities unmatched make residents love where they live and play. From value-packed basic apartments to resort-style living on golf courses, we manage options to fit your needs and wants. Apply online at lindsaymanagement.com for locations throughout Arkansas and in surrounding states.
Ladarius Wansley with another touchdown, this one from 11 yards out. And the Bulldogs go one play,
That's, like
11
I said,
yards and touchdown.
if you're not going to take it away, keep feeding the dog.
Ladarius, 8 catches, 219, and 4 scores.
Wow.
Connor on the night, 12 out of 16 for 271.
Really good. Really good.
Mendoza's got it teed up again. They're going to do the same kick. This one's short and high. We've got a fair catch call. It'll be taken at the 33-yard line. And that's where Heritage will start. And I think if you're Heritage, you're kind of, you're in no man's land here. If you go 3 and out, you're going to give Springdale the ball back.
Exactly.
And you've proven you can't cover Ladarius.
Well, and that's exactly what, you're thinking. That with 2:36, you don't want to go fast here because if you give us a chance to get the ball back.
And Springdale gets the ball first.
Right. So this is one you want to definitely use the clock, but at the same time try to move the ball down the field as well.
2:36 to go in the half. Springdale does not have a timeout left. J.J. Webb, the running back. Jeb Brown, the quarterback. 3 wide receivers set. Here comes Ferris on the jet sweep. They're going to take it and give it to him. Ferris strung out. Springdale's got him hemmed in. He's going to go down at the 30.
And that, I think that's the adjustment they were trying to do the last time and just didn't get it done. This time they got it done, and you can see with a 2-yard loss right there. Great job by Sparks cutting it off.
He's having a heck of a night. He's got 3 sacks on the night, and he has been all over the football field.
Well,
there's a lot of stars tonight, and we're going to have a problem picking a player of the game, I think.
And that's something we've talked about with Sparks on defense. He may not always get the play, but he always creates it so somebody else can. I mean, it's amazing how much he does. He does a really good job.
Kentrez says hi. Back home watching us.
Yeah, you bet.
Clock running. 1:55 to go in the half. Second down, 13 yards. Ferris in motion. They're going to fake it to him. Brown, with time, fires over the middle. Ball intercepted. Terry Wise at the 25. The 35 down to the 30. And the Dogs with another chance to put this thing really on ice.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that was a great job by Terry. He just kind of sat right there, didn't panic, just read the eyes of the quarterback, came right to him. Great job by breaking on the football, stepping up in front, and making a play.
Another first for the Bulldogs. That is his first career interception. And the Dogs now with 1:43 to go, no timeouts, but they've got an opportunity here.
Hey, they got plenty of time. They've proven they don't need a lot of time.
No, they do not. 1st and 10, ball at the 30. Connor Hutchins in the shotgun. It's Jordan Owens in motion. Connor with the play fake. Guess who? He's looking for Ladarius. Down the sidelines, ball's overthrown, nearly intercepted. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah.
Hey, why not? I mean, why not? If it's working, don't fix it if it ain't broke.
That's one of those things where they might try to see if they're going to double cover right here and come back underneath and try to hit a seam backside right there to get the safety's eyes chasing.
So it'll be 2nd down, 10. I'm not criticizing the clock operator, but 1 second went off the clock.
Wow.
Hey, we'll take it. Connor to throw again. He's got the screen set up, finds Darrell. He's got room across the 20-yard line. Goes down hard, but it's going to wind up being a first down.
It was. That was one of those where if we get past that guy, he's probably walking in the end zone on that one. And that was the one guy we didn't get.
So clock continues to move. 1:25 to go in the half. 42-14 our score. But Darius comes to the near side along with Davon Sparks. Jordan and Michael Bates go to the top of the screen. Darrell Parchman, the running back.
You got Jordan out there at 6'6". He's a big target down the seam. No safety. Now the safety moves back over.
Connor makes a little bit of an adjustment. Now we'll throw. Connor against the blitz, fires outside, and we got to get a flag on that one. There it is. It's going to be pass interference against Heritage. Jordan got into a little bit of an entanglement, and
there was a lot of bodies together right there at the point of the break right there. Let's see what happens.
So 1:07 to go. Springdale's going to get the first down. I imagine that will go when it's half the distance, so they should get the ball to the 10-yard line.
Right.
And the Dogs left 1st and goal at the 10 with 1:07 to go in the half. Connor 13 out of 18 in the first half, 281 yards, 4 scores. Looking for, now we've got a flag.
Looks like a personal foul here. I guess one of the players said something.
Yeah, things are starting to come unraveled here for Heritage at the end of the first half. It's like a dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct.
Another half the distance there.
Yep, so that'll put Springdale down at the 5-yard line.
That's going to give us a first down again. 1st and goal inside.
It should put it. The original penalty got him to the 10.
Right.
Now this should put him down at the 5.
And I think that's 14's first. If he gets another, that's an ejection.
And then he has to sit
He has to sit
out
the next
first
game.
half next game. Okay. So 1st and goal for the Dogs. 1:07 to go. Bates and Owens come to the bottom of the screen. Davon Sparks, Ladarius Wansley go to the top. Parchman's the running back. Connor will throw. Fire into the corner, looking for Ladarius. And we've got a scrum over there. Pass is going to fall incomplete. That's a dangerous throw.
Yeah, that ball just kind of came out funny. Kind of floated out.
So 1:01 to go. We'll bring up second down goal. Ball at the 5. Can you risk a run here?
Maybe. You got a minute and 10 or minute and 1. I think you got plenty of time. Wouldn't surprise me. Just hand it and give it to Darryl and let him see if he can get it and get back up there and run. I think you're okay to do that.
3 receivers go to the top of the screen. Parchman, the running back. Connor. He's got Darryl into the end zone. And he dropped the football.
That's that same play they had over here. You got your tight end or you had Darryl. Either one of those, I think, were both open.
So it's going to bring up third down and goal. Again, the Dogs lead by 28. They're looking to push this thing immediately into the sportsmanship rule in the second half. I feel like a draw would work here. Not that I'm telling Coach Clark what to do. Here's Connor.
Same play.
That ball's going to fall incomplete.
Yep.
So 3 straight incompletions.
No kick.
Yep. Coach is going to send in the field goal team. Oropeza will check in. They're going to put this down at the 12-yard line, so it'll be a 22-yard field goal. With 50 seconds to go in the first half. Oropeza, 1 out of 2 on the year. Kicks on the way.
Good.
And it's good, and we've got a flag down.
Flag down. Wow.
So we'll hold up here.
Not sure if that's on us or them. Looks like it may be on.
Now they're pointing towards Springdale. It's like we got holding against the Bulldogs, so that'll back them up. Does this maybe change anything? I mean, I'm not opposed to throwing it over the top.
No, I think they're going to stay with the field goal unit here and try it again. So.
So the ball will be marked back to the 15-yard line, 10-yard penalty. It's now going to become a 32-yard field goal.
It's one of those things. You don't change anything. You just get down there, you snap it, hold it, and kick it again.
Snap's good. Kicks on the way. Chucho got into it, and it's good. So
Much
it's
better kick. We got a flag.
And we got a flag down.
I think what they did that time is hit the snapper. You can't hit the snapper or go over, and I think that's what they may have gotten. And we can use that 15 yards on the kick.
Now, would that give you a first down?
Well, it could, but I'm not sure if you want to take points. He may take I don't know if he'll take the points off the board.
I think that's what he's asking.
Yeah.
Is if it gives you a first down, you keep. Yeah, it's going to give him a first down. It's a personal foul. Coach is over here calling for the offense.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So he'll take the points off and try to go 4 more plays.
Yeah, if you watched the Eagles and the Packers last night, that's not necessarily a good thing.
That's right.
So we got a personal foul.
And I think
on
that's
Heritage,
what it was.
and it is
I
a first
think it's
down.
right over the snapper. That's one of those rules that are trying to protect the snapper, and they just kind of plowed over us. Can't do that. And, again, that's kind of like what you were talking about. They kind of unraveled this series. They kind of got heated, and they kind of lost their wits a little bit.
We'll see where they put it looks like they're going to put the football down at the 7. So Springdale's actually going to wind up losing a couple of yards that they had earlier. So 44 seconds to go. The Dogs have the football.
We've been 1st and 7 before.
Yes,
Joe
we
T.
have.
Robinson.
Yes, we have.
Let's see if it's a different outcome this time.
It's a first down goal. Connor with a little pump fake, fires down the middle. And we've got a penalty flag in the end zone. Ball's incomplete, but that's going to be pass interference.
Yeah.
And that's going to move them just a little bit closer. With 40 seconds to go. It was a good look. Jordan was open.
And I think, with Coach Clark's looking at that sportsman's rule right now.
Oh, yeah.
If we can get that we'd much rather have that the whole second half.
And you get the ball first.
That's exactly right.
You've got a chance to really shorten this game a little bit.
Exactly.
The ball's going to be marked at the 4. It'll be 1st and goal. 40 seconds to go. Heritage starting to rack up the penalties here. That's number 9 here in the first half.
Right. I think you got some guys that are getting frustrated.
Connor fires on the slant. Ball's low, incomplete. It's going to bring up second down.
You know, I think he just kind of rushed that one a little bit.
Connor's missed 5 in a row.
Set his feet, and he's had a couple of them just kind of come out a little different. And that one, I think if he sets his feet a little bit better, he gets a better throw on that.
His arm's probably getting tired. That's 22 attempts here in the first half. 13 out of 22, 281, and 4 touchdowns. Connor will throw again. This time, same play, and it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Michael Bates, his first career touchdown as a Bulldog, and the Dogs an extra point away from putting this thing into the sportsmanship rule in the first half.
Another first.
We've been doing that a lot this year.
Yeah.
Guys getting their first. Terry Wise, first interception, leads to Michael Bates' first touchdown, and the Bulldogs now lead 48-14 with 29 seconds to go in the half. Oropeza on to try the extra point. Kicks on the way, and it's good. So our new score with 29 seconds to go in the first half. Springdale 49, Heritage 14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post. From downtown to way out of town. To connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
29 seconds to go in the first half. Springdale now up by 35. Mendoza's got it teed up. You've got a couple scores.
Yeah, I've got Bentonville HAR-BER 17-14, Bentonville at half. Van Buren over Rogers in the second quarter, 21-0.
That Rogers group, they are struggling,
Yeah.
especially defensively.
You know, and I thought with who they had offensively, I thought they'd be a lot more productive and prolific with that offense they've got.
Mendoza, high and short. Now people calling for it. Ball hits the ground. This is Ferris trying to get to the outside. Does. 30-yard line. He's going to be run out of bounds by Brandon Henry up near the 40, and that's where Heritage will start with the football in 20 seconds to go. And they're still letting the clock wind, now down to 18 seconds. So it'll be first down 10. Ball's going to be placed at the 41.
Yeah, this is a spot right here. You just want to be smart. Probably put in our prevent defense right here with 18 seconds. Keep the ball in front of you. Do a good job. Just put them back in the huddle.
So the Springdale defense will trot onto the field. They've done a nice job here in the first half.
You know, they've had to make some on-field adjustments. They've done a good job with the jet speed, and that's going to make a lot of difference later on.
So Jeb Brown brings out the offense, and we're going to get a timeout, Heritage. So we'll take it with him. 18 seconds to go in the half. Springdale by 35. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Come see the largest pre-owned inventory in Northwest Arkansas.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it in McClarty Daniel Country. With 800 pre-owned vehicles at 6 giant locations in Bentonville and Springdale, there's something for everyone. Plus,
At McCarty Daniel, you're protected.
drive worry-free for 7 years or 200,000 miles with the MD Pre-Owned Advantage. And when it's time to sell your car, we're ready to buy it, even if you don't buy from us. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country yet?
Visit us online at McCartyDaniel.com.
18 seconds to go in the half. You got a couple of updated scores.
Fayetteville down 21-7 at halftime to Bentonville West.
They had a rough week last week.
Yes, they did.
Playing Bryant, and they were their starting quarterback Hank Gibbs got knocked out of that game. Not sure if he's playing tonight, but that's a tough go. And they're 1-2 coming out of non-conference play in Bentonville West.
Right.
You know, they had the week off, so
Right.
you get healthy a little bit. But that's a tough start for Casey Dick and
You
those
bet.
Fayetteville Purple Dogs. So
Right.
18 seconds to go. 3 wide receivers set. J.J. Webb, the running back. Jeb Brown, the quarterback. Brown's going to throw. Andre applying pressure. This is Ferris trying to get to the outside. He'll run out of bounds at about the 45 on the screenplay.
Looks like he picked up about 4 or 5.
If they want a 4 and 5 you to death, that's
right.
fine.
Again, we've got our prevent out. Just try to keep it in front of you.
So 5-yard pickup. And with 12 seconds to go in the half, I mean, they have they're no threat vertically.
Right.
I mean, everything's going to be probably within about 10
And
yards.
like I said, really the only 2 plays they've run is the jet sweep and then the dive off the jet sweep with the zone underneath of that.
Brown will throw. Now he's going to fire it high and long, and that ball is going to sail incomplete, and it's going to bring up third down with 4 seconds to go.
Lineman downfield. He's down there about 8 to 10 yards, just getting downfield, 62. He's down there.
I think he declined that, right?
Yeah.
Take the down versus the yardage.
Yeah.
Of course, Coach Clark, if he's listening, I
Yeah,
doubt it,
you
but
got
he'd
4
do that
seconds.
just to spite me.
Yeah, you got 1 play left.
So 4 seconds to go. Springdale up by 35. Sportsmanship rule will start the clock in the third quarter. Springdale will get the football to start. I can't imagine we're going to see the starters for more than a drive.
Probably not. They'll take probably the first drive of the second half just to make sure everything's good.
Now, I don't want to jinx anything, but Connor is 14 for 23 with for 285 and 5 touchdowns. School record's 6. Grant Allen did it twice last year.
Right.
Nice play there by Ricky Monafor, and that's going to end the first half. So after 2 quarters, the Bulldogs dominated the Heritage War Eagles here in Rogers. Our halftime score, Springdale 49, Heritage 14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at mcclartydaniel.com.
Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture. If you're looking for new furniture, we have over 170,000 square feet selection at everyday low prices and same-day delivery available. But the best part is that we love to serve our community. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many amazing organizations that we have been blessed to partner with. Serving others, especially those in need, is our culture here, and we hope that you'll be a part of that too. Arkansas's largest furniture destination, get it at Sam's.
If you absolutely, positively want the best heating and air company in Northwest Arkansas, then you need to call Absolute Heat and Air with over 73 years of combined experience. Their technicians are fully licensed and insured, background checked, and drug tested, so you can absolutely trust Absolute Heat and Air. They offer $49 service calls all year long, 24/7, 365. The absolute best value around. Call Absolute Heat and Air or visit us online.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hard-working people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Welcome home to Lindsay Living. Affordable rates, available on-site management, attitudes of service, and amenities unmatched make residents love where they live and play. From value-packed basic apartments to resort-style living on golf courses, we manage options to fit your needs and wants. Apply online at lindsaymanagement.com for locations throughout Arkansas and in surrounding states.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post, from downtown to way out of town, to connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
Come see the largest pre-owned inventory in Northwest Arkansas.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it In McClarty-Daniel country, with 800 pre-owned vehicles at 6 giant locations in Bentonville and Springdale, there's something for everyone. Plus,
At McCarty Daniel, you're protected.
drive worry-free for 7 years or 200,000 miles with the MD Pre-Owned Advantage. And when it's time to sell your car, we're ready to buy it, even if you don't buy from us. Have you visited McClarty-Daniel country yet?
Visit us online at mccartydaniel.com.
Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting where it matters most. Faster care in the emergency room. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System, Bentonville, and Springdale.
At Northwest Health, you can check in online for urgent care and ER visits. This simple step lets you pick a time that's convenient and saves your spot in line before you arrive. It's our new approach to the waiting room. Visit mynorthwestanycare.com.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
It's a community bank that really reaches out to the customers to make them feel special. I feel special every time I come in here.
They want to be involved in the community and want to be part of the community.
They support our university, our athletic department.
They've told us that they could have a fleet of volunteers there to help this year if we needed.
I see them at a lot of our Hispanic community events that we do.
I can't think of another bank in the city that has such a big community presence as Arvest.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
Ballpark Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
And we welcome you back to Heritage High School. Our halftime score, Springdale 49, Heritage 14. Sportsmanship rule will be in effect here as we start the second half. But joining us now is, I'm going to call you a legend, because you and I know a lot of the same people.
Well, I appreciate that. I don't know if I'm worthy of that status, but I appreciate it.
Coach Sean Doty with us, former Bulldog head man on the baseball team, recently at UNC Charlotte,
Yes.
back in town. Good to see you.
Well, I'm excited to be here. It's a great night when you're up 49-14.
It does help. It does help. We were talking during the first half. I mean, you're a former Red Dog. I mean, you've been through these things. I mean, Ladarius Wansley's, he's about as good as we've seen.
Well, there's no question. And, Zach's very creative offensively, and I got a chance to see that firsthand when I, coached here, and really excited about him. I worked at Arkansas with Doug, and to see Zach doing what he's doing and bringing back some pride. And I was telling you over the break, I follow you guys at Charlotte on Twitter, and, Springdale will always be important to me, and anytime I get a chance to come back and see these guys, it's pretty special.
That's a lot, and it's nice to see the Dogs, looking like the old Dogs
Absolutely.
back when you were in school. So now you played football, you played baseball,
I did,
and you got to play for the legend Gerald Williams.
Yes, I did.
Now I have heard some of the legendary. One of my favorite stories that I've heard about Coach Williams is Dennis DeBusk likes to tell the story about the first time he ever got the first pregame speech.
Right.
He got all this stuff done. He comes into the locker room, and Coach Williams walks in, takes his hat off, scratches his head, and he goes, "Boys, there's a big crowd out there. If you lose, they ain't coming back." and Coach DeBusk was like, "Well, that's it." But I've heard a ton of stories. What's your favorite Coach Williams story?
Playing for Coach Williams, when you grew up in Springdale back in those days, football was it. And when you were in 8th grade, you were watching the sophomores, and when you were a sophomore, you were watching the seniors, and so it was just something that you did. And when you had the opportunity to play on Friday night, it was so unique. And I remember my first start as a junior, I finally got an opportunity to play on varsity, and right before the half against Harrison, we had a big run because we didn't throw the ball. Golly, they've thrown the ball more tonight than we've thrown it in a year. That's exactly right. So we had a big run for a touchdown, and I did it. I was the center, and I held. And Coach Williams came in at halftime and proceeded to tell me that my life wasn't worth 15 yards, much less so I got the point right there, and I kept my hands inside and did the things I was supposed to do. And again, there was just a level of expectation, and I know that's where Zach's trying to get it back to, where there's a level of expectation that's associated with Springdale High School football, and you think about excellence, and you think about doing things the right way, and you think about every piece of it, community service and being in the community, and I'm just excited that he's here, and I know that he's doing everything he can, and excited about what he brings to the table and what these guys are doing tonight.
True or false? Coach Williams could control the weather.
There's no question. It never rained on Tuesdays. Never, ever. Tuesdays were full pad days. And Mondays now, when we were, watching film, it would rain. And we would be like, okay, sweet. And there'd be a 90% chance of rain on Tuesdays, and it would be bone dry and 100 degrees, and we would hit. So I can't remember a week in the 3 years that I played that we didn't hit on Tuesdays.
Now, you had a chance to come back and coach
I did.
At Springdale. And talk about a little bit of that Red Dog pride, what it means. It's something that's unique. When we go around the state, I mean, people know that S.
No, there's no question. And I, that was the hardest decision I've ever made in my life. And I've told people that before, to leave Springdale to go to Charlotte and work for a friend of mine. And that was really the only reason that I left, was because Lauren Hibbs was a really good friend of mine and asked me to come. But the 2 years I was here, just the sense of pride and people coming up, at Neil's Cafe and at, different establishments and talking to you about, hey, man, I saw you guys play last night. And, you get the feeling of being back here and what it's about. And, things have changed. There's no question with 2 high schools and all those things. And we can always look at the negatives, but I choose to look at the positives and the people that have been here since I left, the Marjay Hignites and, the Gary Reeds and all those guys. And, they're Springdale Bulldogs, and they're going to support whoever's here. And it's a special place, man. It really is. And I enjoyed the heck out of my 2 years, and we had a lot of success, and I'm really proud of what we did.
And I mean, I hear people say it all the time. I didn't go to Springdale, but I mean, I hear it all the time, Red Dog for life.
No question. And I'll always be that. And like tonight, I see people in the stands I haven't seen in 10 years, and we immediately pick right up where we left off like it was a reunion.
That's awesome.
It's I won't say it's a cult, but it's darn near close. So it's exciting to be back and see everybody and get a chance to spend some time with them.
First time back at a game in a while?
Been a long time, yeah. I got to see when I was here, I got to see Zach a lot, and he actually let me be on the sidelines and kind of watch. And but it's been a while. It's been 3 years, and
let's get your juices flowing a little bit.
It does.
You hear the fight song. Ladarius is running up and down the field.
No question. And it gets me ready for for football season, and these guys just continuing to get better. And I know Zach's got big plans for continuing to just improve and keep pushing forward.
Yeah, I know he was excited, and we talk about kind of the Springdale thing, and everywhere we go, I mean it's people want to talk to us about 05. I mean, it doesn't take very long for them to talk about 05.
Right.
But, then you get some of the older folks, and it's Coach Williams, and you start talking about those older guys,
right.
The Chris Smiths of the world.
Yes.
I mean, it's one of those enduring legacies in statewide athletics that I don't, looking around the conference, there ain't anybody in the conference that has that sort of longevity.
No, there isn't. And I think, again, that's what we're trying to get back to. We need to be talking about the Ladariuses, and we need to, build the program. And Zach's doing a great job. I can't say enough about what he's done, and I know that the program's in good hands, and I know that we're going to go continue to move in the right direction. So I'm excited about it and excited to be here, and looking forward to baseball season. If I'm still here at that point, so excited to be here.
We're talking with Coach Sean Doty now. I mean, you're back in town. What are you doing? What are you up to?
Well, right now,
other than hanging out with Reed, which is just a poor choice.
It is, but I've made a few of those in my life.
Yeah.
But Gary's a great guy. I'm working at perfect timing. We made a decision at the end of the year. Had 3 really good years at Charlotte. I had a chance to coach 3 guys who were drafted in the top 10 rounds, and really enjoyed that and wouldn't trade that 3 years for anything. But at some point, you can make a decision on what's important to you from a family standpoint and things of that nature. And so made a decision to move back home. I'm working at Perfect Timing right now, which is a training facility for baseball. JT Baker does a great job. He's very involved in the day-to-day process and teaching the game. And I've been humbled a little bit. I mean, I've been home all of 3 weeks, and I think I already have 40 kids scheduled for lessons a week. And
you better get in line. I mean, you're learning from the best here.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. And, the only problem with that is I want to give a disclaimer. I still have a few spots open, and please give me a call. But I'm not going to make you Justin Verlander, okay? I mean, that's I think
now,
every
you
kid
worked
that comes
with Verlander.
In, no, I did. I coached him for 3 years.
Give me your best. Give me some Verlander.
Oh my gosh. He's the best player I've ever coached. I've had 57 guys drafted. and I've had 5 big leaguers, but he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And not very often do you get to say you had a chance to coach a Hall of Famer. And
he's really good right now.
At 37.
At 37 years old.
At 37. And he's got 217 innings at 37 years old. And he's the number one pitcher on the number one team, in the MLB. So my best Justin Verlander story is real simple. He came into us as a freshman, and I don't know how we managed to get him to go to Old Dominion, other than the fact that
Norfolk's a great town.
Yeah, it is, right? And so he had mono his senior year, so some of the bigger schools backed off of him, and we were smart enough to stay on him and keep pounding him. And so we get him in his first start as a freshman. He's pitching against Jeremy Sowers from Vanderbilt, who is a first-round pick, and he's looking over and he sees all the scouts in the stands, and he looks at me and says, what's everybody doing over there? And I knew how to push Justin a little bit with his buttons, and I said, man, that guy's fixing to, show you what pitching's all about. He's a junior, and he's going to be a first rounder. And the more I talked to him, like, the better Justin got, like in the bullpen. Like our backup catcher couldn't catch him. And so I knew that it was going to be special. And the first pitch of the game that he threw against Vanderbilt that night was 94. He went complete game, beat the number 5 team in the country, beat them 2-1. And the last pitch he threw of the game in the ninth was 97. And I went home and I called my wife and I said, I'm coaching a Hall of Famer. And, I think that ended up being prophetic because, and he is just the ability to block things out and the will to win. He wanted to win at everything we did, whether it was a sprint or a long toss or just the competitiveness, cocky but not arrogant, and the work ethic was off the charts.
That's awesome. So I'm hoping the Bulldog fans will get a chance to see you. Going to come out this spring?
I am. I plan on being as active as I can. I obviously don't want to step on Coach Johnson's toes, and I think he does a great job. He's a tremendous coach, and people have asked me already, 1,000 times, hey, are you going to help out and all that? And I'm working at perfect timing. I'm excited to be at perfect timing. I'm excited to do the lessons and make kids better. I don't have any agendas or anything. I want to come watch them play. I do hope, that the guys will come out and support them. I saw the new facility. That's awesome. It's past time. And, again, golly, man. Anytime there's a Springdale athletic event and I have a chance, I'm going to come out and watch.
Awesome. He's Coach Sean Doty. Coach, appreciate you swinging by.
I really
enjoy the second half.
All right.
Our halftime score, Springdale 49, Heritage 14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Hometown. That word still means something here. It means we're neighbors. We do the right thing. We care about your family. And you deserve the very best every time you walk in the front door. HAR-BER. Hometown fresh.
Welcome home to Lindsay Living. From value-packed basic apartments with appliances and washers and dryers to resort-style apartment living on golf courses with fabulous amenities. You'll love where you live and play. Visit lindsaymanagement.com to apply online and see photos, rates, and floor plans for all locations we manage throughout Arkansas and in surrounding states.
First Security is here. Only here. So that means we're here, here, and here. Even here. And definitely here. Because here is where we want to be. For you. First Security Bank. Only in Arkansas.
You can love where you live and play at an apartment community managed by Lindsay Management Company. Affordable apartments with awesome amenities, including clubhouses, fitness centers, pools, tennis and basketball courts, and playgrounds at select locations. Many locations also include golf privileges, business centers, game rooms, tanning beds, whirlpools, saunas, and resort-style swimming pools. View rates, photos, and apply online at lindsaymanagement.com.
If you want fast, easy, and affordable service, visit McClarty Daniel.
Keep your vehicle running like new in our state-of-the-art service facilities. We know your time is valuable. Our factory-certified technicians with decades of experience will get you in and out and back on the road quickly. We service all makes and models at our 6 convenient locations in Bentonville and Springdale. Open 6 days a week.
Visit McClartydaniel.com to schedule your service appointment today.
When accidents happen, our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge can mean less waiting and faster care. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale. Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means faster care. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
At Northwest Health, we're making it easier to see a healthcare provider. Book an appointment online with one of our primary care physicians, or walk right into any Northwest Health urgent care without an appointment. Online check-in for ER and urgent care visits saves your spot in line before you arrive. With options around the region and around the clock, the care you need has never been easier to find. At Northwest Health, we're taking your care in new directions. Visit mynorthwestanycare.com. At Northwest Health, we've made it easier to schedule a doctor's appointment. Online scheduling for our primary care physicians lets you make an appointment at any time from anywhere. It's the new way to book your next visit. mynorthwestanycare.com.
Welcome to McClarty Daniel Country.
With 6 giant locations and over 3,000 vehicles, Northwest Arkansas is McClarty Daniel Country. Stop by one of our showrooms today to shop our full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
McClarty Daniel is proud to be your premier automotive destination.
Need service? We work on all makes and models 6 days a week. Plus, our full-service collision center can repair anything, from a minor ding to a major collision. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country?
Visit us online at McClartydaniel.com.
Hey Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture. If you're looking for new furniture, we have over 170,000 square feet selection at everyday low prices and same-day delivery available. But the best part is that we love to serve our community. So when you buy at Sam's, part of your purchase goes to support one of the many amazing organizations that we have been blessed to partner with. Serving others, especially those in need, is our culture here, and we hope that you'll be a part of that too. Arkansas's largest furniture destination, get it at Sam's.
Our halftime score, Springdale 49, Heritage 14. Appreciate Coach Sean Doty stopping by. Love talking with him. Love talking with the old dogs about Gerald Williams stories. It's like,
there's a lot of them.
One of these days I'm going to write a book about all the stuff that they tell us. Not a lot to complain about.
No. You know, they've had a couple of drives where they were pretty successful, and finding some creases on the defense. I thought our defense did a great job making adjustments on the field. They stopped them when they needed to and made those adjustments and really haven't been a threat.
Halftime number, Springdale 329 yards of total offense, 285 of that through the air. Little concerned about the running game, or is that more a schematic issue?
I think just based on what they give us defensively, I think that's kind of why we're doing what we're doing. I really don't see any concern out of that. Like I said, more schematic than anything and just kind of taking what they give us.
Springdale with just 44 yards on 9 carries in the first half. Heritage, 24 carries, 173 yards. They had a couple of long runs, which sort of buffered that a little bit, but just 39 yards passing. They've turned it over twice, and Springdale's taken full advantage. They scored 21 in the first, 28 in the second.
Right. And that's one of those things where if they're going to give us a certain thing offensively, go ahead and take it. I know it doesn't look offensively. When you look at the stats and you see 44 or 49 yards rushing, you think, well, is that a concern? But when you've got 300 and something yards in the passing game and you're putting up 49 points, I don't think that's a concern.
Darryl Parchman, the leading rusher for Springdale. He's 7 carries, just 34 yards. Receiving, the story of, and this is becoming a broken record by saying this, Ladarius Wansley, 8 catches, 219 and 4.
Wow.
I mean, that's just
and one of those catches may be one of the best high school catches I've ever seen.
I can't wait to go back and watch that later tonight and watch that.
That may be a sports center.
You know what? I'll take care of that.
For
That's
a high school, that's a great catch right there. One-handed with your left hand.
Yeah, that's
wow.
That was unbelievable. Connor Hutchins in the first half, 14 out of 23, 285, 5 touchdowns. School record 6. Was done twice last year by Grant Allen.
Right.
The last guy to do it, Mitch Mustaine.
Mitch, yep.
Yeah, so that it's happened a couple of times, and Connor's with one more can tie the school record. Offensively for Heritage, Ferris, the leading rusher, 11 carries, 108 yards, a lot of that on the jet sweeps.
Right.
Receiving-wise, not much to speak of. Frick, the leading receiver, 2 catches, 17 yards. Brown, 5 out of 9, passing for 39 yards. So not a whole lot going right for Heritage offensively. Now, we're with the 35-point lead, we're in the sportsmanship rule, and I've been doing this long enough. I've been calling games in this state for 10 years. I can tell you this: sportsmanship rules are applied differently at every building.
Exactly.
So the idea is that the clock continues to run. The only time it stops is on change of possession.
Right, or it could be a timeout or an injury.
Timeout or an injury.
Correct.
So now I have seen it where when the home team gets it, they stop it and they run the clock like normal. So it's it's kind of a place-to-place deal, but we're into the sportsmanship. Springdale's going to get the ball first,
right?
And we'll I imagine one series maybe.
You're probably looking at the starters out for the first series, and at this point right now you want the clock to run, and it's going to, but at the same time you want to try to keep our kids healthy.
Yep. That's priority one.
You definitely don't want to put kids in a situation where we might get a kid injured before next week. So this may be another opportunity for another first for some of our kids.
Yeah, now Springdale's going to drop back 3 new return men, Facio, Sparks, and can't see the other number there.
It's hard to see that.
It looks like 80. That's Wiley. So you got young guys back there to return the kick. Kicks high and deep. And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So Springdale will get the football first, and we'll see who he's going to send out. I don't see a lot of the regulars heading towards the huddle.
No. And he may go.
Yeah, this looks like a mix of the 2s and 3s.
Right. I think it's you've got to keep some of those guys in just for chemistry and to make sure you get things started off correctly.
So Springdale,
there's the clock.
Yep, the clock starts. So Springdale's going to come out of the huddle. And boy, it is a mass change here.
Yeah.
Quarterback is now McKenzie.
Connor McKenzie.
Connor will get him lined up, and this will be his first snap as a varsity player. Facio's a running back. And he'll be met in the backfield back at the 15. No, McKenzie's going to keep it, and he's going to wind up picking up about a yard.
Boy, that was a good read by the quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, Facio got drilled in the backfield, and it's going to bring up second down. But
So-
again, the clock continues to run.
Looks like we got our sophomores JV group in on the offensive side.
Springdale taking their time here, huddling.
Yep.
Now the play clock down to 10. They're going to have to hurry here and get lined up. 5 seconds on the play clock. Guys running around.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get this one off. 2 seconds, 1 second. Now they do. And it's going to be Facio. His first varsity carry is going to net maybe a yard, and it's going to bring up third down.
Yep. This is one of those things where you want to get these young guys an opportunity. At the same time, you want to make sure and run your offense and not get them out on the field offensively too quick.
So it's third down 9. I imagine this is probably just run the football.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah. Just get these young guys a chance, get the punt off, get some guys on defense, get them a chance as well. Keep your starters fresh and ready to go for next week.
2 wide receivers set to the top of the screen. 5 seconds on the play clock. McKenzie takes the snap. There's not much there, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Yep. Bring out the punt team right here. This is one of those things where you just you want to play smart. You want to make sure you get some guys some playing time. At the same time, you want to make sure that it's not a true wholesale and getting them all where you give up some points you don't need to.
So Oropieza's in to kick. Springdale will go 3 and out on the first play, or the first drive. Oropeza. And it hits a knuckleball. It's going to hit it about the 45, take a Springdale bounce. It's going to be picked up at the 45-yard line. Wiley's going to run him out of bounds at the 50, and that's where Heritage will take over.
Boy, when you're punting in that wind, it definitely takes its toll on that football.
Concerned at all maybe with maybe putting the 2s and 3s in a little bit early? Any concern there?
It's one of those things where the clock starts automatically, and I guess he's thinking, he feels pretty good about, putting the defense back out there, getting them, the 2s in here as well on defense.
And we're going to get a false start. That's going to back Heritage up 5 yards, and clock continuing to run. Now the clock stopped. This is what I was talking about.
Right.
All right, so now it starts again. 8:40 to go, third quarter. Heritage not a true spread team. They're not trying to push tempo here.
Right. And, I think that's one of those things where they're trying to figure out what they can do and what they can't do.
So it's first down 15. That's Ferris in motion. They'll give it to him on the sweep, trying to get to the outside. Does. 50-yard line. Into Springdale territory. He's got the first down.
Yeah, they're gonna. They see our second group in. They're gonna run that, and they're gonna come back with the underneath with Webb underneath that as well. And that I would probably venture to say those are gonna be their 2 big plays.
So the ball marked at the 38. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
We've got a couple of starters still in on defense as well, just to kind of make sure we're getting organized.
This is J.J. Webb straight ahead. Going to power his way close to first down yardage.
Again, that's that same play off the jet sweep. Get their eyes moving on the jet, hand it off underneath.
They're going to say he came up just short. Ball's just shy of the 28-yard line. Clock running, 7:12 to go.
You'd think, like you said, they'd have a little bit better tempo than what they're doing right now.
This is Ferris. Hit by Stoney White. Welcome back, Stoney. He missed the first 3 games, and he says hello to Mr. Ferris.
I bet he's definitely glad to be out there. He's excited. Great hit by Stoney. Good to see him out there on the field again.
It'll be a first down. So we approach the halfway mark here in the quarter.
He's definitely one of those defensive guys. He
plays
with
is.
Emotions, and
usually when there's a loud collision, he's the guy.
He's involved, you bet.
Webb and Brown in the backfield. It's Ferris in motion again. They fake it to him. Here comes Webb straight ahead, and Springdale's got this one pretty well hemmed in. Isaac's in there.
Yep.
A lot of young guys on the field right now for the Bulldogs.
Good experience for them.
They're going to get to play a half of football.
Exactly. Looks like we got a flag on the far side over there.
So the referee will sort this out, and we'll see what we've got. Looks like it's going to go. Have you ever seen that call before?
It looks like there might be.
Okay, there it goes. False start.
Yeah,
because he kind of gave it, like a half
Wasn't
a turn
real sure.
there.
It looked like he was trying to explain to the other coach what was going on. I'm not sure if there was too many men in the backfield. This year you can't have, 5 in the backfield, but you can have 10 on the field. So as long as there's 4 in the backfield, you're good. So there could have been an extra guy in the backfield.
First and 15. Clock winding down to the halfway point here in the third quarter. Brown gives to Webb. Springdale had him hemmed in for a minute. Good hit there. Guess who? Stoney White again. We'll get the 5 yards back, and it's going to bring up second down. From a strategic standpoint, you just want to make them earn every yard they get. And the more time it chews up, the score at this point, you're probably not scoring, 5 times in the second half.
Right. This is one of those you just put them in the huddle. Put them in the huddle every time.
Second down 10. Ball resting at the 32-yard line. This is Brown on the roll. Firing down the middle, pass.
Broken
up, and it's going to bring up third down.
Good job there by the secondary.
Brown on the night. 5 out of 10, 39 yards. Springdale defense, again, doing very good work.
Right.
1 out of 7 were the Heritage War Eagles on third down in the first half. This is third down and 10. Clock running 4:55 to go.
And, this is definitely 4-down territory for them. No doubt.
And we're going to get a timeout, Heritage. So with 4:45 to go in the third quarter, our score, Springdale 49, Heritage 14. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
If you absolutely, positively want the best heating and air company in Northwest Arkansas, then you need to call Absolute Heat and Air with over 73 years of combined experience. Their technicians are fully licensed and insured, background checked, and drug tested, so you can absolutely trust Absolute Heat and Air. They offer $49 service calls all year long, 24/7, 365. The absolute best value around. Call Absolute Heat and Air or visit us online.
4:45 to go in the third quarter. You got a score update.
Yeah, 24-21. Bentonville leads Har-BER, third quarter.
That game's getting close. You got any others there?
Bentonville West still halftime shows right now. Hadn't any update of 21-7 over Fayetteville, Bentonville West.
And Van Buren was up big.
Van Buren's up 42-7 over Rogers.
Boy, Rogers. That was one of those teams I kept saying in the preseason. They, like you said, I mean, they had enough to sort of.
Exactly.
We thought they had enough to sort of jump up.
Especially offensively.
They've been a mess on defense. So third down, 10 yards to go. This is Webb straight ahead, big hole, 20-yard line, 10-5, and J.J. Webb's in for his second touchdown of the ball game.
Again, that's that little cutback off the jet sweep. They've that's kind of been their bread and butter tonight.
Yeah, it has been.
Jet sweep outside and give it to Webb underneath. That's kind of really the only two plays they've run.
So Baxley will come on to try the extra point. Baxley 2 out of 2 on the night. His third attempt. He's on the way.
Looks like it's
and he missed it.
Yep.
So with 4:25 to go in the third quarter, our new score, Springdale 49, Heritage 20. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every pot. Because people deserve farm-raised chicken of the highest quality. At Tyson, we remain committed to this simple promise: to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
$49-20, our score, 4:25 to go in the third quarter. Heritage has it teed up. Baxley ready to kick. Sparks, Wiley, and Fascio back deep for the Bulldogs. You were just talking about, hey, do you maybe try an onside kick here, get yourself back in the ball game?
They probably won't. They'll probably kick it deep. They know with the score.
And that ball's going to go into the end zone for a touchback, and Springdale will send the offense back out.
This is one of those where, offensively, try to get some momentum going. I know you got your second group in there. You got a lot of young kids going in there on offense, getting a chance to get some plays. Offensive line, come off the football a little bit and get some yards. We've got to get a first down, keep the clock moving.
So the clock engages, and Springdale will send the offense out. Again, Connor McKenzie, the quarterback. So first down 10, ball at the 20. McKenzie loses control, and he's going to go down in the backfield back at the 11-yard line. And you're going to expect a little bit of this with
Right.
With the youth that's on the field right now, I mean, that's one thing you don't want to do is put it in the
Right.
put it in the
You
air.
don't wanna-
Put it in the air or the ground.
Right. Just be smart, let the offense get in there. At the same time, you want to make sure we're doing what we need to on the offensive side.
So it's going to be 2nd down, 18.
And two, where the ball's placed, this is kind of important. We got to make sure we don't need it all back. Just be positive right here.
McKenzie gives straight ahead.
Good run.
We are deep into the roster. That is a number 24, and I don't have one.
Yeah. That was a good little run, good hard run. He got in behind his blocker, stayed with him where he needed to do, made a couple of moves, got a little bit back, gave us a chance to get at least maybe a screen here.
Picked up 4. It's going to be 3rd down. The line to make is the 30. Clock running, 2:45 to go in the quarter. McKenzie in the shotgun. He's going to throw. Got the screen set up. Pass is dropped on the far side. Will go incomplete. I guess no harm, no foul. I mean,
Right.
the clock's going to continue to run.
Continue to run. Yeah, exactly. Again, that's one of those situations, too, where, second group comes out, you got to make those kind of plays. You want to see those young kids make them, and you want to see them give them the opportunity. They got to put those together.
So Oropesa comes in to punt.
Strong win.
Be his 3rd kick, averaging 40 yards per kick so far. This kick, bit of a sidewinder again, heading for the sidelines. It's going to roll into Heritage territory, and it'll be down at the 45-yard line. And that's where Heritage will take over.
Considering the win, that's a pretty good little
That's
kick.
a pretty darn good
and
kick,
we got
yeah.
a pretty good, decent roll out of that.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Heritage with a chance to, make this a 3-score game.
Right.
I don't know what they have as far as, hurry-up capabilities go, but, you could make this a little bit uncomfortable if you can score quickly.
Right. We haven't seen the tempo for them do that. I think if that does change, that might be something we look at a little bit differently on our side as well.
So clock's moving. 1:05 to go in the 3rd quarter. There are a couple of starters still on the field for Springdale. Brown flushed, and we're going to get – that should have been a hold, but Brown's not going to take it and throw it as deep and as far as he can, looking for Ferris. That's going to go incomplete. One of the defensive ends got hooked over here.
Yeah.
They're going to let that one go. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10, and, if you want to throw a lot of long balls incomplete, it takes longer to get back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
Again, the clock's still running, so not gonna hurt us.
Half a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Again, the sportsmanship rule in effect. Springdale was up by 35 at halftime, 49-14. Our score right now, 49-20.
That was a good defensive stand there by the safety, staying with it, doing his job. Good job.
So 2nd down, 10, ball at the 45. This is Webb straight ahead. He's going to get a couple out of that. We'll call it 3, and it's going to bring up 3rd down, and that's likely the last play of the quarter.
Right. That's a good job there, and with the defense, just being able to squeeze it, doing what they had to. The first time they didn't do that. And again, that's that adjustment they had to make.
So 3 quarters are in the books. We're going to take a quick break. Springdale leads by 29. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Nothing says game day like good friends and great food. And at Slim Chickens, we know great food. From our 100% all-natural chicken tenders, fresh-made wings served with house sauces, to delicious chicken sandwiches, crisp salads, southern sides, and desserts you just can't get anywhere else. At Slim's, we have the food you love, made fresh for the people you care about. Dine in, drive through, or order online. Slim Chickens. Fresh, delicious chicken.
Welcome home to Lindsay Living. Affordable rates, available on-site management, attitudes of service, and and amenities unmatched make residents love where they live and play. From value-packed basic apartments to resort-style living on golf courses, we manage options to fit your needs and wants. Apply online at lindsaymanagement.com for locations throughout Arkansas and in surrounding states.
49-20 our scores. We start the fourth quarter. Heritage has the football. It's third down, 8 yards to go. Ferris in motion, takes the jet sweep, looking for room, and I don't think he's going to find much. They're going to stack him up at the 50-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth down, so good job by that Springdale defense to stack him up, and it's going to bring up a fourth down and 5 tonight. Heritage now 3 for 7 on third down conversions.
That was a good job by Stoney there to seal off that edge.
So this will be their first fourth down attempt in the ball game. Clock running 11 and a half minutes to go. Brown in the shotgun, gives to Webb straight ahead. He's got the first down and more inside the 40-yard line, down near the 35, and it'll be first down War Eagles.
You know, that's he got some good yardage there. Defense, you know, they bend a little bit, they didn't break, and you're looking at guys that don't get a lot of reps that are getting some really good quality reps right here. And I think that's what the coaches are kind of looking at here.
Yeah, I mean, slow bleed here. I mean,
right,
if you're
exactly.
going to score, fine. Do it in 3 and 4 yard chunks, run off a bunch of plays.
Exactly.
So this is Brown. Throws it out in the flat, nearly intercepted. Stoney over there.
You know he's going to be close to the football, I can assure you.
Yeah, he's not fooled at all. He's played a lot of football in his first game action.
Right.
And also over there, Andrew Peterson, good-looking junior, 5'10", 210.
Right.
Playing with a little bit of a club on his hand, but good to see him out there fighting with the Bulldogs.
You
Second
bet.
down, 10, ball to 34.
Boy, with that sportsman rule, that the time's already hard to believe. It's already the fourth quarter.
It has been literally 12 minutes. And here's Webb straight ahead again. Springdale defense as well. Isaac's down near the bottom of that pile. It's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, you kind of got a mixture. You got Isaac there getting involved, some other sophomores, a couple of juniors there, Stoney. So, you've got a little bit of mixture there.
And Brandon Henry's still out there.
Right.
There's a lot of young guys out there right now.
And you got a couple of older ones just to kind of make sure, hey, here's how, stay
them work
organized.
for it.
That's right.
So it's third down, 7 yards to go. Line to make is the 24. Here's Brown. Isaacs nearly gets him in the backfield. Springdale, they should get that one. Stoney. I guess you can't.
Well, he'd like to have that one back.
Can't really expect an interception from a kid named Stoney, can you?
Yeah.
I mean, he'll knock you out, but I don't know if the football's his best friend. Kid and Stoney.
Boy, you love a kid like him, too.
Oh, yeah.
He plays so emotional, so hard, and, just watching him on the field, he's telling people where to go, what to do, and again, when the ball's in the air, he's going to be close to that ball, I can assure you.
So it's fourth down, 7 yards to go. They converted on their last fourth down. I imagine we're probably going to see the same play.
Pretty close, yep.
Flores is the tight end. Brown's going to throw. Good pressure. That ball sailing is going to fall incomplete. Springdale's going to get the football.
Good job there by the defense to hold. Good job.
Clock continuing to run, 8.5 minutes to go. Springdale can kind of take their time here.
Right.
And, with the 40-second play clock, you can run off almost a minute per play.
And I think, the quarterback, Connors, looks like he's trying to do that and get some clock run as he does that. And if you can take 2 or 3 minutes off that, that's just another possession they get.
Heritage still with their ones out there. Most of their starting defense still on the field. Connor McKenzie will bring out the offense. Fazio, the running back. Springdale very content right now. 23 seconds on the play clock. They're in no hurry.
Yeah. McKenzie steadily looking.
That's good,
sure.
though. I mean, for a guy who hasn't played before, to understand the situation and kind of understand, hey, we don't want to snap this thing until we got about 5 seconds on the play clock.
Good game management right there. Good job.
Here's Fazio on the counter trying to find a little bit of room. Does. He's going to get a couple yards out of that. It's going to bring up second down. And really, I think for Springdale, all they really care about is the clock keeps moving.
Right.
There haven't been a lot of instances where Springdale's had the opportunity in recent years to kind of have an opportunity to put their twos out for most of the second half.
And when you can do this kind of stuff, you definitely want to take the advantage of this and give your kids a chance to get out there in some game varsity type situations, because that's what we're seeing early on. The first 3 games, we had kids that didn't get that experience.
Yeah, and this is very beneficial for them.
You bet. You betcha.
Play clock right now at 7. McKenzie has got the screen set up. It's his first career completion. Springdale's going to get the first down out of it.
You bet. Great job getting the first down right there. Great pickup right there. Great pickup. Good job. I'm not sure. I think it was 85.
It was 85 that
80,
caught it.
Right.
But those are first career catches and
big first
completions.
Down. We needed that first down right there to keep the clock.
Yeah, keep the clock moving. Bauman with the catch. It's enough for a first down up to the 43, and Springdale can probably run off another 2 or 3 minutes here.
Right.
Just running base stuff.
That's right.
So McKenzie with his first completion, Bauman with his first career catch, and Springdale's got the football. 1st and 10, ball to 43. Here's Fascio. Straight ahead, and he's going to get maybe a yard out of it. It's going to be hard.
Yard.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be real difficult to move a first-team unit, with a bunch of sophomores who have never played before.
Right. But I can tell you what, again, it's given them some great experience, and that's going to be really good. Got some score updates. Bentonville up on HAR-BER 29-21. Fayetteville down 21-10 in the fourth quarter to West.
Clock continuing to move, just under 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, talking about Connor McKenzie, that is, has done a good job just managing the clock.
Yeah, no pre-snap penalties. Here's Fascio again. Good pickup up near midfield. The young dogs, starting to get a little bit of momentum going.
You bet.
That first down certainly got them a little pumped up.
Yeah, a little confidence.
So the ball will be placed at the 49. It'll be 3rd down, 4 yards to go. I'm sure Coach Clark's not thinking this is 4-down territory.
No, you got a chance to get
kick it away if you had to, and we're going to get
Looks
a timeout.
Like we got a timeout by Heritage here. Get the clock stopped.
5:19 to go in the ball game. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Ozarks Go from Ozarks Electric Cooperative is leading the fiber revolution, connecting the divide with high-speed broadband access to close that gap. From cloud to cloud, post to post. From downtown to way out of town. To connect our customers to a world of blazing speed and access to absolutely everywhere. It's our customers connected and energized with Ozarks Go.
5:19 to go in the ball game. Springdale facing a 3rd down 4. We are in the middle of the fourth quarter. Springdale leads by 29. We can start talking about this now, but I don't think there's any question. The player of the game today is Ladarius Wansley.
Yeah.
He had one of the most incredible catches you'll ever see in the first half on a 3rd down and long.
Yeah.
And
with the left hand.
It was unbelievable.
Great.
And he went 8 for 219 and 4.
Wow.
And that's insane.
That's impressive. That's really good. Now you've got a chance. Those guys gave these guys a chance to get out there and get some reps and a little confidence. Boy, I tell you what, you got a little bounce in their step, and that second group's come out, and they've kind of put some drives together, and that's really good.
So 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Connor going to throw. They've got the screen set up again. Bauman with the catch, and he's going to get about 2 out of it. And I think Coach Clark's
be a little short.
I think Coach Clark's more than happy to kick this one away and make Heritage drive the distance.
Yep.
Defense got the stop the last time, so I always send Coach after the game. I always send him kind of the leaders, passing, rushing. Well, I can do that now if I wanted to.
Right.
I mean, Ladarius was he was everything.
Looks like we're keeping the offense out there.
All right, so give him a little 4th down look here. Maybe draw him off sides.
Possibly.
Clock running. We're down to 1 second here. And I think we're going to get a delay of game.
Yeah.
Springdale's going to have to kick.
I think we're okay with that.
Yeah, I think Coach is going to be just fine with that.
And too, with the punt, we'll have the wind with us as well. So
Yeah, let Orpeza just get into it and see if he can pin him deep. If not, get the touchback.
Another timeout by Heritage here.
So we'll take the timeout with them. 4:13 to go. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Come see the largest pre-owned inventory in Northwest Arkansas.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it in McClarty Daniel Country. With 800 pre-owned vehicles at 6 giant locations in Bentonville and Springdale, there's something for everyone. Plus,
At McClarty Daniel, you're protected.
drive worry-free for 7 years or 200,000 miles with the MD Pre-Owned Advantage. And when it's time to sell your car, we're ready to buy it, even if you don't buy from us. Have you visited McClarty Daniel Country yet?
Visit us online at McClartyDaniel.com.
4:13 to go in the ball game. It is now 4th down, and we'll call it 7 after the delay of game penalty.
Right.
It's going to push the ball back to the 46 of Springdale, and I am certain that Oropeza is going to check in, and he does.
You know, that's a delay game we're okay with.
Oh,
for sure.
Just let the clock wind down, and Ferris is back deep for Heritage. So Orpeza's got the ball, and he gets into it with the wind. And, boy, he hammered that one.
Good kick.
That is a great kick. It's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback, but he nailed that one.
Yeah, he did. That was a good job there. Offense got a couple of first downs for us right there.
54-yard kick for Chucho Oropeza.
Looks like we got a flag on the far side over here.
Do we?
Not sure what that might be.
Holding?
Could very well be. Maybe an offsides.
Yep. Yeah, they're signaling
on the sideline there.
Yeah, they're signaling holding against Heritage.
Yeah,
so
just back them up there. Yep.
Just back them up another 10 yards. And so next week, we'll be back at home finally. Bulldogs will take on Bentonville West, who Coach told you earlier is leading Fayetteville 21-10 at the last check.
Yeah, that's in the fourth quarter now. Sure is.
And my radio partner, Derek Ruskin, and I were exchanging texts at halftime.
You got Bentonville 32-21 over HAR-BER right now also.
Van Buren just pulling away from Rogers. So,
right.
So the Dogs are going to go to 1-0 in conference play. This is Brown. Throws the swing and dropped by J.J. Webb. They're going to call that one incomplete. It's going to bring up second down. And, a lot of things went right. Some things they got to work on. Got to get some guys healthy. But I think that Connor Hutchins to Ladarius Wansley, that little combination works out pretty good.
You bet. And we talked about this early, too, talking about the coverage. And it was something that they didn't make an adjustment, and we did. And because we did make the adjustment, it definitely paid off for us.
Clock running, 3:20 to go in the ball game. And the Dogs lead by 29. Second down 10. They're going to give it to Ferris on the jet. Across the 10-yard line, across the 15. He's going to get about 7 on that, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Good job there. Defense just stringing it out, running the clock. Really good job.
2:45 to go in the ball game. Again, we'll be at home next week. Bentonville West in town. Game time 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air just beforehand. We'll have all the action for you, Coach and I. Broadcasting live from Gerald Williams Bulldog Stadium. It'll be nice to get back home into the comfy confines. Third down, 3 yards to go. This is Webb straight ahead. He's going to get the first down across the 20 out near the 23-yard line. And it's going to bring up, it'll be first down as the clock continues to run, 2:15 to go.
As far as putting those young kids in, they've done a really good job other than that first kind of let them get that first drive out of the way. But
yeah, the kids they've played hard here. And, they got to stop on the last drive. They're out there competing.
And that's what you want to see them do. You want to see them compete. You want to see them get some good varsity experience. And
under 2 minutes, Ferris on the jet sweep again. Now he's got room to the outside. Stoney's going to chase him down from the back, and he's still going. He's going to get out past the 40-yard line, and it's going to be a first down. It's a good hard run.
Yeah, it was. It was a great job by our defense not giving up, putting them back in the huddle.
90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Dogs are going to win this one and go to 3-1 on the season. 1-0 in conference play, which is huge. I mean, you start looking for that second conference win. That's usually been the key that gets you into the playoffs.
Yep. It's always nice to get that first one in, definitely.
There's Brown on the swing, and we've got I thought I heard a whistle, but they're going to say that play's going to stand.
Yep.
Brown completed to J.J. Webb.
That again, this is what a really young Rogers team looking for what they can do offensively, defensively. They may need to kind of look at some things and try to give them a better chance defensively as well.
Last 45 seconds in the ball game. Here comes Ferris again. They're going to wear this kid out.
Yep.
And he's going to get knocked down just short of the 50-yard line.
Guess who? Stoney.
There's that guy. He will hit you.
That
is something he is not afraid of.
No.
So last 20 seconds in the ball game. This will likely be the last play of the game. Heritage going to go to 0-4 on the year. This is Webb, straight ahead. Fighting through tackles, and guess who? Stoney cleans him up again.
That's going to be the last one right there.
And that should do it.
Good job there.
And the Bulldogs going to get their third victory of the season, a 49-20 win over the Rogers Heritage War Eagles. We'll be right back. You're watching the Springdale Bulldogs on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Our 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting where it matters most. Faster care in the emergency room. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge at Northwest Health System, Bentonville, and Springdale.
Our final score tonight, Springdale 49, Heritage 20. Dogs go to 3-1, and Coach, just some final impressions from a very impressive victory.
Yeah, we started talking about early in the game. They scored, at 14 points, and that was something that we had talked about in the series early in the game that they had done in previous years as well. But defensively, we made some adjustments. We stopped when we needed to stop, and offensively, they never changed defensively in the secondary. We took advantage of the coverage that they had, and we just threw it where we wanted to throw it.
Yeah, it was a big night for Ladarius Wansley. He's our player of the game, 8 catches, 219 yards, 4 touchdowns, and these Dogs will head home next week, 3-1 to take on Bentonville West. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock with all of the action. Hope to see you then. For Coach Robert Johnson, our entire Bulldog Sports Network crew, my name is Zach Arns. We do appreciate you watching. Good night, everybody.